Hi, hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm TK, and this is TK Talks K-pop, where we do K-pop reaction videos, for systems, and the occasional, tier maker, tier list. Yes, y'all, I keep saying that I'm gonna do a K-pop, tier list, so I can just, have one on my channel to reference for whenever people are just like, oh, hey, do you know such and such group? What do you think about such and such group? This could be like a nice little shortcut. So y'all, what you see, you saw what I did. I went to tiermaker.com. I just did this one with, we're gonna do boy groups today. And so I did this one. The reason I did this one is that it seems like all of these groups on here currently, all of these logos are for groups that are still, I don't know, I guess active or whatnot. Or, well, I guess VIXX is active. This just has, this is just the one that I saw that had, I don't know, it just seemed like the best one. But, yes. Yeah. I've never done, a tier video before. This is so fascinating. It's so fun. Alright, so I figure what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, just go through, talk about each group, I guess, say my thoughts on them, place them on the tier. If I have a favorite song from them or a favorite title track by them, as a matter of fact, let me bring up my Spotify as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So smart. So smart. So smart. I'm sorry. You guys have to excuse me. So, just for funsies, we'll see how that goes. But no, without further ado, I'm going to get right into this. Let's talk about the tiers, all right? So, I'm gonna tell you point blank, I'm not gonna put anyone down here in this G tier. That's just there's not a single K-pop group that I dislike, actively dislike. In fact, that's the idea of even just disliking a group is kind of weird to me, because there's multiple people. There are K-pop idols that I quote unquote dislike just because of I don't know, things they've done or said or whatnot in the past, or just I don't really vibe with them. Even if one of those items, even if those idols are present in a group, I don't know, it just feels weird to me to dislike a group even just because of that one idol, if that makes sense. No, I will never confirm who they are publicly, don't ask. But just so you know, I haven't come across an idol that has done something to make me actively dislike them in a while, though. So rest assured, your favorite new group from the past, your favorite 4th gen group probably does not contain someone that I dislike. So don't know you yet should be self-explanatory. That's the second to last one. I don't know them. I haven't heard their music. I don't know. Or I know of you, which means and a lot of groups. I don't know. I actually don't know how many groups are gonna fall into this. But yeah, that's for groups that I know of. I've heard their name. I may have even heard a song or two, but I haven't been grabbed by them, so I don't follow them. I don't know anything about them. I've heard one song or 2 or 3 songs, and I probably don't even have a favorite song. I'm Eyeing You is the next one. Okay. So these are groups that I enjoy checking out. When I say I'll keep an eye on a group, those are these groups that I don't really look at outside of title tracks, but anytime the group drops something, I check it out. This is the tier where I start getting into, saying that, I like your music or whatever. But yeah. Beyond that, we have Casual Stan, which should be pretty self-explanatory. I stan the group. I listen to their title tracks. I listen to a lot of their B-sides, probably. I may not have heard all their B-sides, but I've listened to their B-sides, and I like the group enough to say that I'm a casual stan, and I check out pretty much everything they do. musically wise, or like as far as like videos or whatnot. I don't look at any like fan content until we get up here. I would say this is the standard. This is the standard. No, not even that this is the standard, but this is the standard. These are the groups that, I don't know, for whatever reason, I just feel like they're great representatives of like what they're doing. And so like, and that's when like for me, K-pop, like the idols are great, the visuals are great and everything, but it's really about like the music and the performance for me. And so these groups are like groups that I like. This is where our standards are like kind of high now, y'all. This is where we start expecting like greatness or whatnot. Like this is some these are where we start um getting into groups that I think are just different, or like they've shown me something different or whatnot, and that difference is enough to make me follow them in a bit more of a closer way. For this tier, this is probably where I start to watch like content outside of their music. Like for this tier, I've probably watched like a fan cut of moments or something, or like I've watched like some variety clips or something, because for the overwhelming majority of K-pop, like I won't say well, because for a lot of groups that I listen to musically, I don't actually watch outside of their music, so I don't know anything like personal about the members other than their like performance styles. But once we get into this tier, then I know all the members. I can like groups in here, there'll be groups that I know all the members, I know their performance styles. I may have a read on their persona or like personality, I may not. Who knows? But once we get into Ride or Die, all right, I changed from what I said in my videos a bit. But so here we have Ride or Dies, and these are the groups that I love. Everything about this is the standard, but like also in Ride or Die is where we get to groups where the members, like there's something about the members like very specifically that also keeps coming. So like things that'll keep me coming to the group are the music, the performance, and then the members. And for me, the members is always like the hardest sell. Like the music and the performance is an easy sell for me. Like, but like there's got to be something like outstanding about the members, or at least something outstanding about the members that I've seen, because a lot of these groups I'm looking at now and I'm really unfamiliar with a lot of their stuff. But these are groups that I watch the fan made content, I watch them on variety show, I watch clips, I've probably heard their entire discography. And more than that, I have a bias. And a lot of these groups you'll find that I don't actually have a bias. Once we get to This Is the Standard and Ride or Die and Soulmates, these top 3 ones, these are the groups that I have biases for, and these are the groups that like I look into outside of the group's music, if it makes sense. And then we have Soulmates. That's my alt tier. They're just my favorite musically, favorite members, favorite voices, favorite everything. I will put it like this is the tier I make excuses for. This is the tier that everyone will be like, well, if this person didn't make this song, you wouldn't like it. You're right. You're right. You're right. They're my alts for a reason. But yes, y'all, I've already been talking too much already. This is so long, this intro, so I'm just gonna get right into it. All right, are these in like alphabetical order? Okay, 2 p.m. is gonna get, this is the standard. I stand 2 p.m. I really like 2 p.m. My bias is Juno. And my bias record is Taecyeon. Just 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is an interesting case for me, actually, because I actually really only vibe with about half of 2 p.m.'s discography. I really enjoy like a lot of their earliest stuff and then their latest stuff, but not so much the stuff that comes in the middle, if that makes sense. I don't tend to vibe with it, and and this is one of those groups that I vibe with their Japanese releases like a lot more than I vibe with their Korean title tracks. And Twice is another one of those groups, and they're also from JYP. That's interesting. Anyways, I said my bias, I said my bad. All right. Let me go to my Spotify really quick and see what I would say my favorite song from 2PM is. My favorite title track for 2PM is 100% B, I think it's called B. My favorite title track by 2PM is Promise I'll Be. The first song, the first video I ever saw of them was Hands Up. I don't necessarily have a favorite B-side from them that I can just pull off the top of my head, but there's a lot of B-sides of theirs that I really like, but I tend to actually lean towards their older B-sides more than their later B-sides. That's not to say that there aren't some of their later B-sides that I like. I love like a lot of their later B-sides as well. It's just I gravitate towards the older ones. Anyways, let's move on. 2PM, this is the standard. Really like their performance. They're very fun. Oh, that's what I was saying. So even though I only vibe with about like a portion, like even though I don't like necessarily vibe with all their music, like I can always appreciate watching them perform. They are so charismatic and so fun, and they're so funny. Like I've seen so much 2PM content, like them in variety shows, reality shows, them acting. Like they're so talented and they're so funny, and they're just such a wholesome group of guys, y'all. If you don't know about 2PM, learn you some 2PM because they're great. I really like them. They really like them. All right, AB6. I'm currently eyeing. I don't know enough about the members to say that to claim that I'm like a stan or anything, and I haven't heard enough of their discography, but I've enjoyed enough that I'm always keeping an eye on them, and I'll always check them out, and I'll always like I'm waiting. Like at this point, I'm just waiting. Would like to stan them actually. I need to check out more content from them relatively soon. I've checked out some like I don't know, I guess pre-recorded some to check out. And I enjoy them. It's just I haven't looked at a lot. I've only ever seen like their title tracks, and and through doing some research I realized I haven't even seen all of their title tracks, so I need to get more into AB6. Alright, Ace Casual Stan. I like all of ACE's music, basically. Like, I like all of ACE's title tracks. They're never like my favorite, but they're like, I've never disliked a title track from ACE, and I've heard some of their B-sides, and I've never disliked a B-side that I've heard from them. I just haven't had that song from ACE yet that really just like gets me there, or like takes me there, but I do know all the members. I do watch them when they come around, and I do like them, so they just haven't like there just hasn't been that thing from them that's like snatched me up, or I guess I'll say. ASTRO, girl, this is the standard, girl. ASTRO, I love ASTRO. Wait, I forgot to say what my favorite song. Oh no, this is so ghetto. I'm so sorry. Wait, I forgot to say what my favorite song and stuff. I forgot to give my little dissertation. I don't know that I have a favorite AB6 title track that I can give off the top of my head, but I want you all to understand, like, I need you all to understand the hold MIRAE has on me. MIRAE? is one of the most underrated K-pop songs of all time, in my opinion. And I love Mirror so much. And I don't even remember at this point in time, how I came across Mirror. But that song is so good. That's my favorite. That's my current favorite song by AB6. Keeping in mind that I haven't heard all of their B-sides. But yeah. And by ACE, my favorite title track was definitely Goblin. Favorite Boys, I think it's called. Yes. I'm gonna the bridge on that. Oh. Alright. Astro. Alright, now back to Astro. Sorry, Astro. Astro, I love Astro. I love all the members. I watch them. I watch some of their variety appearances. I watch like some of their like fan compilations and whatnot in my free time. My bias is MJ. I absolutely love watching him sing. Like there's this, like MJ just has this way of like performing in Astro stuff. And that just makes him look like he's having the time of his life when he's singing. And I love to see that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My bias record is Unwoo though. Unwoo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My favorite title track by Astro. Let's see. My favorite title track by Astro, I honestly think it's got to either be Knock or Always You. Like I don't know what it is about those songs that like but also really like All Night. We'll just go with Always You. We'll go with Always You for right now. Subject to change. Subject to change. Yo, I just love Astro. Okay. Let's go. Oh man, I need to get through these faster. Alright. I won't do too much talking about everything individually now. From now on, sorry. Need to save time. ATEEZ. A casual stand. I like them. I haven't really looked at much content from them outside of their music, but I've heard like a good majority of their music. I still haven't listened to their most release. I still haven't gotten a chance to listen to their most recent album, but prior to that, there hasn't been a song that I've disliked, but there also hasn't been a song that's really like snatched me by the throat. My favorite title track from them is Say My Name, though Inception I guess comes pretty close. I also really like Thanks, but yeah, beyond that, y'all, let's go. I don't know Bay 173 yet, so unfortunately. Big Bang. Big Bang, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have much of an opinion on Big Bang. Like, let me qualify these statements, y'all. Let me explain myself before people get angry. I really like I don't know if you guys know this. Like I say it, I feel like I've said it enough times. I became aware of K-pop in the second gen. So around 2008 is, I feel like, it's the first time I ever experienced like looking at a K-pop video, and it was Big Bang. It was Big Bang in 21. It was the Lollipop collaborations. I need groups to start doing that again, because those group collaboration like things, they were lit. They were lit. Oh my goodness, K-pop. Oh my goodness, these companies are such cowards now. I'm sorry. Yo, I've been drinking this beer. You gotta give me some grace. Oh my goodness. Big Bang. So I have heard the entirety of Big Bang's discography. I've heard all their title tracks. I'm almost positive that I've heard all their B-sides. I've heard all of their solo work. I've heard all of their subgroup work even. And I tend to lean towards their subgroups the most whenever they drop stuff. Those tend to be my favorites from Big Bang's discography. And they're just, their music just isn't like my personal like style, like their music, but I still respect and love and appreciate them, if that makes sense. So I've watched and consumed everything. I've watched variety shows, I've watched interviews. I have endless amounts of respect and appreciation for what they've done for K-pop, but music just isn't actually, never actually ended up being to my vibe, even though I always checked it out anyway. But yeah, we'll move on from that. Block B. Block B. I could say that Block B was a bit of a casual standing experience for me. I knew all the members. I'd heard all their title tracks. I'd heard quite a few of their B-sides. Again, this is another group where I enjoyed the subunits more than the original group. Like Block B Best Stars. Oh my goodness, lit. Love them. Love them. My favorite one by them ended up being, I would have to say, for them is Help Me. Oh my goodness, yo, I need you to get into that. I need you to get into some Block B Best Stars. But also get into some Block B, because Block B has a lot of slays too. My favorite title track by them, I guess would have to be Her. Oh my goodness, so much personality, such a fun song. Really, 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 really great. Y'all look up some Block B. Look up some Block B. They've inspired a lot of boy groups, more than you know, I would feel like. But you would realize if you saw some of their stuff. Yes, next one is Born to Beat, a B2B. This is the standard. I haven't kept up with them too much recently, unfortunately. But I looked at them from basically debut. I watched their stuff. I listened to their songs. I listened to their B-sides. I think my favorite title track from them has to be Beep Beep. Beep Beep Bam Bam. Beep Beep Bam Bam. Girl, B2B's vocal line. B2B's vocal line. B2B's vocal line. That's all I'm gonna say and repeat. And but oh wait, I really like Beer Man. Beep Beep is my favorite title track for B2B. Yes. Y'all absolutely love that. My bias was Sungjae. Oh my goodness. Such a flirt. I didn't have a bias wrecker. Yes. All right. Let's see. BTS. Girl, don't get mad at me. Casual stan. I would say that I'm a casual stan of BTS nowadays. At one point, they were one of my alt groups. And it's nothing to do with like them or their music or anything. Like I absolutely love BTS, y'all. Like, I've stanned BTS since even pre-debut. I remember when V was revealed as like from being a hidden member. So like my very first and only K-pop concert, actually to this day, has been to a BTS concert. I went to their the Red Bullet concert. I think that was their first concert, their first tour in America and everything. So like, girl, I love BTS down bad, but they've I like them and the members and what they represent and what they do quite a bit more than I like the music, if that makes sense. So like with BTS albums, I don't think there's a title track of theirs that I dislike. I've always loved their title tracks. And I've always loved about half of their B-sides, if that makes sense. So like, and they have some of the most genius and BTS was my alt when I was a bit more into the parasocial aspect of K-pop. My bias was V. My bias has always been V. I don't know what it is about V that I just instantaneously connected with him, and I don't know. And so I've seen the Bangtan Bombs. I'm subscribed to their channel. I've seen, I haven't seen the reality shows. I haven't seen BTS run, but prior to that, I've seen them on variety shows or whatnot and everything. And so I really love and appreciate BTS, like as a group and as a force. And I've enjoyed their solo work, everything it does, and I don't think that there's anything that they do that's like particularly bad. It's just overall, their music is kind of like sometimes is kind of like only sometimes for me, if that makes sense. And so even though I love them from like a stan aspect, though, I don't really listen to their music that often, so I'll have to like put them in casual stan. I feel like that's the most appropriate place for them. Ciipher, I know of. I'm gonna put Ciipher in my eyeing because I don't know much about them yet, but I really enjoyed their last release. Like, really enjoyed their last release, and I suspect that I'm going to enjoy them. So I'll have to continue to do that. Oh my goodness, BTS. I'm so sorry. I forgot again. Oh my goodness. My favorite title track for BTS is Fake Love. My favorite B-side, oh wait, does Black Swan count as a title track? Because if Black Swan counts as a title track, then my favorite title track is actually Black Swan. I feel like Black Swan counts as a B-side actually though. So my favorite title track is Fake Love. My favorite B-sides are a tie between Disease and Black Swan. Some of the greatest songs in K-pop. Oh my goodness. Some of the greatest songs in K-pop. Alright, CIX. This is the standard I will give them. Yes, that's only because I don't know that much about them. But I've heard their entire disc. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put them in Ride or Die. And the only thing that keeps me from like wanting to claim them as Ride or Die is because I've looked at barely any content outside their music, but their music I like enough, and their vibe I like enough, that I feel like once I have, like, I suspect, I don't know. Actually, we'll keep them on. This is the standard. Because they've changed musical stylings a bit lately. I feel like they're exploring new. CIX, after some debating, I'm gonna give them This Is the Standard. Once I get more into them and like once I like kind of feel out where they're going like musically, because they've done some different things musically lately with these last two releases, I want to feel like, and I'm not so sure whether or not it's like I like it as much as their earlier stuff yet. I don't dislike any of it, I really do. But yeah, no. I'm rambling. My favorite title track is Cinema. My favorite B-side is Round 2. Round 2 is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard, ever. And what y'all gonna do about that? Fight me. CRAVITY. We'll come back to CRAVITY. Day 6. Day 6, I'm eyeing. I only ever got to the point of I'm eyeing with Day 6. I check out all their title tracks and whatnot. I'm not too gonna lie, I'm a little picky when it comes to K-bands. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of do know why. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe, but my favorite title track by them is I Wait. I've seen all their title tracks. I've heard quite a few of their B-sides as well, and I don't know. I enjoy them. I've just never been like too particularly grabbed. DKB, Dokabe. We're gonna go with Casual Stan. We're gonna go with Casual Stan. My favorite title track from them is Work Hard. My favorite song from them now, though. Oh, I really like Rose, their B-side called Rose. But I think Bubble might have just inched it out. Yeah. I think Bubble might have just inched Rose out. Ever so slightly. But yeah, Dokabe. I'm putting them in Casual Stan when realistically I feel like they should actually be on This Is the Standard, but I don't know the members yet. I don't know the members, and I haven't looked at content outside of the music, so I can't put them on This Is the Standard just yet because I don't know. I feel weird, like if I don't know the members and I don't know some of the lyrics to their songs or the contributions, I don't know. All right, DRIPPIN. DRIPPIN gets This Is the Standard. Y'all, I have enjoyed my time getting into DRIPPIN so much this year. I'm so glad I made the decision to do their first mini album when I did it. Not do the first listen to the Villain, the mini album that had Villain as the title track. I wasn't even planning on doing that mini album first listen, but I'm so glad I did. And I really enjoyed DRIPPIN. My bias is, I still need to look at more from them. I know all the members, but girl, let's be real. My bias is most likely going to be Jungkook. I don't know what it is about Jungkook, but I need him. I love him. My favorite title track from them is probably Free Pass. I think my favorite title track. Yes, my favorite title track from them is Free Pass. My favorite B-side is Light. Oh my goodness. Girl, Light is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my entire life. Once that second part of the chorus comes in and they start singing with those melodies, oh my goodness. Wow, Ascending. I wish I had a reaction channel for when I first heard that song. I literally, that song has made me cry on multiple occasions. All right, Elast. We're gonna go with Iron because I haven't seen enough from Elast to really make that. But lately, I think their most recent title track, Creature, might be my favorite title by them. Though Tears of Chaos, I like them about the same, actually. I haven't heard many of their B-sides, but as of now, Poison is my current favorite B-side from them. Yeah. No, I still need to get more into Elast. I do actually feel like I've gotten to know all the members' name. I just need to check out more content. All right. All right, let's stop putting... I've been debating in my head internally whether or not I want to put CRAVITY. Bro, okay. So, because I want to give CRAVITY alt status. I want to give them soulmate status. And the only reason I'm not is because I actually haven't seen that much content about the members outside of their music, and I haven't heard every single one of the B-sides. I still need, as of the time of me recording this, which is the 2nd of September on 2022, in 2022 rather, I have not heard their very first mini album, so. But I just want you guys to know that I really want to give CRAVITY alt status, even though I'm still kind of new to them. I just know in my heart of hearts that this is about to be an alt group for me, CRAVITY. They're so good. They're so good. I love their music so much, and they're such a really just well-composed group. Girl, I don't even have a bias yet, but my favorite title track from them is probably Flame. Actually, I think Flame is my favorite title track from them, and my favorite B-side from them is Bobbin. Oh my goodness, Bobbin is just, whew, though, hot air balloon. Though, my name, call my name. Whew. All right. I don't have a bias for them yet, and I don't even know who my bias is gonna be. My bias record is Jungmo, though, but I don't know who my bias is gonna be, y'all. We'll have to stay tuned for that one. Maybe with this next comeback that they're about to do, and they'll get me, I'll finally be able to decide on a bias. All right, ENHYPEN, I'm gonna give Casual Stan, because even though I've been looking at a lot of ENHYPEN content, I'm very much attached to like the members' personalities more than I normally would be for a group. And so I feel like I have this similar thing with TXT, and it's actually happens with a lot of HYBE groups. I guess it's happened with all HYBE boy groups so far, where I really like connect with the members and just how they interact and their personalities and just their message and their themes. But I connect with it more so than I do the group's actual music. I really like ENHYPEN's music. Like, I don't dislike anything that I've heard from ENHYPEN thus far. It's just their stuff has never been like my like top tier like favorite. Even though I've always liked it, it's never like been like, wow, can't live without it or not, like things like that. Though I do really enjoy and connect with the members. I don't know what it is about ENHYPEN that I really enjoy watching them. So I suspect that they'll jump up though once I've gone through the rest of their B-sides, because I also haven't heard all of their B-sides or whatnot. EXO, this is the standard. Y'all don't get mad at me, bro. XOLs don't get mad at me, bro. I absolutely love EXO down bad. So much so that when we say favorite title track, my favorite title track, honestly, my favorite title track musically is probably Lucky One. Though I do really like Coco Pop. I feel like Coco Pop, there's not been very many contenders for Coco Pop in K-pop from anyone, to be perfectly honest. So, but I'm gonna go with Lucky One. My favorite B-sides for EXO are, cause girl, it's EXO. It's EXO, you can't choose this one. Bad Dreams, Runaway. Groove, El Dorado, Black Pearl. Okay, I'll stop. So EXO has some excellent, magnificent tracks or whatnot. The only reason they're at this is the standard rather than Ride or Die slash rather than in my Ride or Die one is because EXO really grew into themselves for me. There's quite a bit of EXO's earlier stuff that isn't exactly my favorite, to be perfectly honest. I feel like at some point they started just having immaculate, just like hits after hits after hits after hits after hits. But like they had to get to that point, if that makes sense for me personally. But I will say, like across the board, EXO is like one of the most consistent groups because I like EXO's music. I like EXO's the members' solo work. I like the subunits that EXO has, and for a lot of groups, I'll either like the group's music and then not really vibe with the solos, or I'll like the solos more than I like the group's music, or like blah 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 blah. Like that. EXO, I consistently like pretty much anything the members come out with. And the only reason, and I feel like if you asked me like 2 or 3 years ago, they would probably be up in Ride or Die, but I don't know, I haven't kept up with them as much as I used to. But yes, no, beyond that. Bro, I'm putting Ghost 9 in casual stan because, and even that's a bit much. I should probably put them in I'm eyeing, just based on what I've heard from them, because I haven't heard all their B-sides and I really don't know that much about them. But I already know that musically, they're one of the groups I'm the most interested in getting to know more. There's just something about experimentalism and... Sorry, y'all, I'm getting a delivery. There's just something about experimentalism in music and just going there in terms of like fusions and stuff that's something that like attracted me to K-pop in the first place, because that's something that K-pop does very, very well. And so when groups do that, and that kind of seems to be a theme of theirs, like I feel like it's a theme of Ghost Nine's, they'll tend to be, they're some of my favorite groups in K-pop. So I'm putting them in casual stan. My favorite title track by them is Think of Dawn, I think. But X-Ray comes at a very close second. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna need to do some munching and crunching while we're doing this today. Apologies. But I can't just not eat food. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all, if y'all can see this, it looks so good! Ah. This isn't meant to be a mukbang or anything, but look. You see it? Look. You see it? Oh. Oh! Oh my goodness. Yo, this is about to be so lit. Let me eat some. Let me eat some immediately. Oh my goodness. A couple bulgogi too. That's that for Ghost 9. My favorite B-side from them is I think I'm gonna have to go with Triangle. Alright, Golcha. Golcha is what I've been seeing in the comments for my Golden Child reactions. Guys, I'm so sorry. I haven't eaten like all day, so but we gotta get this done. I'm so sorry. Golden Child. I also want to put Golden Child up there with This Is the Standard, just from what I've seen from them so far, but like I said, I haven't seen everything. I feel like I've heard the majority of their discography. I just need to watch them more. Okay, you guys, really quickly, editing TK coming in here to tell you that I forgot to say what my favorite Golden Child title track was. It's Dada. My favorite, my favorite B-side is Round and Round. Top 7 is one of the one. This is the standard. My bias is JB. My bias records are Young J and Mr. Mark Twain. I think my favorite title from them is Lullaby. My favorite B-side from them is Like Oh Though. Yes, I know. It's like one of her first songs. But if you guys only knew how much I listen to Like Oh, to this day, I don't know what it is. It's just everything I want. Oh, what does this say? What is this logo? You guys, I don't know what this logo is, so I'm gonna... Is it highlighting? I wonder if it's highlight. I can't even tell what these letters are supposed to be. G? No. No, it's gonna go into I don't know you yet because I don't recognize the logo. I don't recognize this logo either. I don't recognize that logo. This just dawned on me that I should probably do that. I don't recognize this logo, but I feel like I should recognize this logo. Where's ONEUS's logo? Is this ONEUS? What's ONEUS's logo? Infinite, going up here. Ride or die, ride or die, ride or die. I feel like my favorite title track is definitely The Chaser. That's one of the greatest K-pop songs. That's greater than the greatest songs of all time. Like, to me at least. My bias is Sungyeol, bias wrecker. I don't know that I had a bias wrecker. And Infinite. And I'm blanking on names to their B-sides at the moment, so I'm just going to say Feel So Bad is my favorite B-side. Because to this day, that's the one that I seek out to listen to, if that makes sense. Like, every once in a while, I'll just go look for it on Spotify and be like, oh, hey, I haven't listened to Feel So Bad in a while. Time to fix that. MCND will go with an IN, because I haven't heard or seen a lot from them yet. But I know that they're very fun, and I very much enjoy them, and I want to very much see a lot more from them. But Casual Stan. My favorite title from them is their debut. My favorite B-side from them, Higher. I don't know what it is about that song. Final Cut had a close second, but yeah. MONSTA X, Ride or Die, Ride or Die, Ride or Die. I would have called MONSTA X my alt group at one point. MONSTA X, my favorite title track from them has got to be Love. Prior to that, it was Beautiful. My favorite B-side from them. I don't know that I could pick a favorite B-side from MONSTA X off the top of my head. Editing TK coming at you again to tell you that yes, I do have one. It's Lost in the Dream. Anyways, my bias is Hyungwon. My bias record is IM. But I will say, MONSTA X has one of the most heartwarming group dynamics I've ever seen in K-pop. As if you don't know, they didn't really get along well at first. Specifically with IM, they're produced from a reality show, No Mercy, I think it's called. I don't remember what it's called. It might be No Mercy. And y'all, if y'all want to cry, go watch that show, and then watch MONSTA X grow as a group from that show. And I guarantee you, it'll tug on the feels. It'll tug on the feels. NCT. Look at over with. Look at over with. I don't know what to say. They had me from the 7th Sense. Actually, they didn't have me from the 7th Sense. The 7th Sense was such an amazing and groundbreaking debut to me. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. But it actually took me a while to get into NCT. Now that I think about it, I probably didn't even really like get into, like, by the time Boss came around, that's what it was. It took for all the members to come together for the very first time and for me to see how that was gonna look, for me to really like invest myself in standing NCT. So around Boss era is when I was just like, okay, because by then I had already known the members pretty much, but I didn't look at anything outside of their music videos and like title tracks or whatnot. But then, oh my goodness, Boss dropped, and then Yesterday dropped. It was a done deal. It was a done deal. One Kim Do-young. He is my ultimate bias in K-pop. He is my favorite singer in K-pop. He has my favorite male voice in K-pop. He has one of the most like attractive personalities to me, or personas in K-pop to me. Literally everyone else in NCT is a biased record though. I don't say that lightly, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, the way I love biases of other groups is the way I love, like, just an NCT member. They're all bias wreckers. Like, they're all bias wreckers. SM did magic with composing this group. My favorite song from NCT is The 7th Sense. Yesterday, Sun and Moon. Bungie, Life is Still Going On. Domino, Miracle, you name it, NCT. Breakfast. 127 probably has my favorite discography out of all NCT subunits as a whole, because once again I appreciate experimentalism and just like weirdness, and I feel like SM really utilizes 127 to do that. And NCT 127 has done more for K-pop than you guys, than I think people are really ready to talk about. Low key, we might not be ready to discuss that. So, I'm flying. I think this is ONEUS. I think this is ONEUS now. So if this is ONEUS, I'm gonna go with, this is the standard. My favorite title track from ONEUS is definitely Luna. I haven't heard all of their B-sides, but Fireball is lit, and the first mini is immaculate. Not a single skip. My bias is most likely going to be Soho and ONEUS. I'm so sorry if this isn't ONEUS, y'all. You'll have to let me know who it is and I can do a correction, but I feel like this is ONEUS's logo. Lido and Robin, though. No, they are bias wreckers. They are bias wreckers. Okay, I'm kind of sort of making an exception for ONF, putting them in Ride or Die, because I don't actually know, like, I don't actually know that much about the members or anything, and I haven't actually heard the entirety of their discography. But sometimes you guys just know. Like, sometimes you guys just know when you hear a group and you hear them and you realize that, oh no, this group has your sound. This is a concept for me. This is a sound for me. ONF have some of the most brilliant pieces in K-pop, like production-wise, voice-wise, like they're so good. And so, even though I don't actually like know as much about them as I would normally like to put someone in the Ride or Die tier, they get an honorary Ride or Die tier because the quality is just too good to deny. Editing TK coming in again. My favorite title track from them is a tie between Goosebumps and Ugly Dance, and my favorite B-side thus far, from the very minimum that I've heard, is Fat and Sugar. Like bad things, fat and sugar. Soulmates, OnlyOneOf. I don't know what to say. OnlyOneOf have literally, well, one of the best discographies in K-pop. Honestly, in my humble opinion, I feel like they're the most consistent K-pop group I know. Like, in terms of like sound, style, energy, vibe, but also quality of production. Like, there's no wasted space in their discography. Like, it feels like every single song gets the same amount of attention and care. And that's just wild to me. That's wild to me. My favorite title track by OnlyOneOf is actually... It's actually Sage. Favorite B-sides, I'll just have to go with current favorite. My current favorite is Ultimate Bliss. Prior to that, it's Picasso. Prior to that, I feel like I literally held all of their B-sides in the same level and regard. My bias is Rie. Every single person's a bias wrecker, though. Every single person's a bias wrecker. P1, Ride or Die, Ride or Die. My favorite title track from P1 Harmony is probably Siren. Yes, I think my favorite title track from them is Siren. My favorite B-side from them is Swagger, recently dropped. Y'all, if you've seen my P1 Harmony reactions, you know that I'm just so taken by their energy and their vibe. I always describe it as like a kids down the block vibe. They feel so sincere. And I just really appreciate them and their lights. You know, I can't believe I haven't had lights on for this entire time. That's so annoying. But yeah, no, I really like their vibe. I don't quite have a bias yet. I suspect that it might be Jiyoung, though. I have a bias record, though. Theo? Or maybe Theo's my bias. I don't have a bias yet. I'll keep y'all updated on that one. Pentagon, also up here on the Ride or Die. I haven't gone through the rest of their discography yet, but I already know. The quality there, the voices are there. Janelle, my bias wrecker is, I think it might be Kino, actually. I think it might be a toss-up between Kino and Yowan. Actually, it's both. Two bias wreckers. Bro, my favorite title track from them is Shalala. My favorite B-side from them is To This Date. I think I want to say my favorite B-side from them is... Let's go. Make sure I get the name right. Is this... Lose Yourself. My favorite B-side is Lose Yourself. Thus far. That way. Yeah, Lose Yourself. Lose Yourself is my favorite B-side by them currently. All right. 17. Ride or Die. Y'all, I want to give 17 Soulmates, but there's enough of their discography that isn't quite my vibe. Like, the songs by 17 that I like all their title tracks. The songs that I like by 17 are some of my favorite songs of K-pop, but then there's also like the occasional, like, there's a few songs in their discography that I don't really vibe with, but y'all, you know, I love 17. My bias is, I don't know that I have a bias in 17, actually. It's like a toss-up between Dino and S-Scoops and Joshua on any given day. Mingyu is a bias wrecker, though. Wonu is a bias wrecker. Everyone's a bias wrecker in 17, let's be clear. Oh my goodness. Maybe my bias is Mingyu, actually. Y'all, I love 17 so much. I love 17 too much. They're so sincere. I love watching them. I love watching their variety content as well. They're so funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, y'all, I keep doing this. My favorite title tracks by 17, there's multiple, so don't question, just accept. They're Fear, Falling Flower, and Home, and my favorite B-sides. Does 18 count as a B-side? 18, Wave, and Holiday, and oh my goodness, Pong. One of the best. SF9. This is the standard. I want to give SF9 this is the standard, but I don't know that much about them yet outside of their title tracks and the B-sides that I have heard. So we're gonna go with Casual's stand for right now, but I suspect that's gonna change once I get through the rest of their content. My favorite title tracks are RPM. My favorite B-side is currently Scenario is really, really good, but Scenario is really, really good. My favorite B-side has absolutely got to be Stop It Now. It's one of the greatest K-pop songs of all time. Alright. SHINee. Don't get mad, don't get mad. I absolutely love SHINee. They were about the third group in K-pop I got into. I have a lot of fond memories of them. Their favorite group. Like just one of the most competent, one of the best composed groups or whatnot. The only thing that stops me from putting them up on Ride or Die Love is because I haven't really kept up with them super recently, and so though I should put them up on Ride or Die. You know what? I'm gonna give them Ride or Die anyway, because there was a point in time where I was I watched all their variety content and watched everything. Their discography isn't 110% like me. For me it's like 90% for me though. Okay, here we go again. My favorite title tracks from SHINee are Tell Me What to Do, View, and Sherlock. And my favorite B-sides are Orgle, Picasso, and I, Symptoms, and 1 Minute Back. I tend to gravitate towards SHINee's earlier B-sides compared to their later B-sides in terms of sound and just styling or whatnot. Oh my goodness, y'all. I placed Stray Kids and I completely forgot to talk about them. My bad. Okay, so Stray Kids this is the standard. I really really started to really get into standing them after when around the time God's Menu dropped. But then it was I saw the vision all of a sudden, and then I just clicked with them in a way that I hadn't before. But anyways, my favorite title track from them would probably have to be, it's probably Maniac actually. And my favorite B-side is it's probably Wolfgang or Domino actually. Yeah. Who is this? Oh, wow, this logo is so hard to read. Who is this? I don't know. I'll put you there though. I don't know who that logo is. SuperM. Standard. My favorite title track is One. Monster plus Infinity, and my favorite B-side is probably Can't Stand the Rain. Yeah. I think this is T119 or something, but I have never seen anything from them. Teen Top, I know of you. I actually do more than know of Teen Top. I know all the members. I watched some of their variety content. I'm actually very familiar with the members of Teen Top. I know them more so than I know a bunch of these groups above them. It's just Teen Top's music Teen Top's music, I really appreciated their performance, but their music specifically, I was never able to really get into. I only really like a handful of their title tracks, to be honest. I like their B-sides better, not by too much. My favorite B-side my favorite title track by them is Super Love. Bro, that song is so low-key cheesy, but it's so good in the best of ways. The Boys? You guys, I think with these last like 3 projects, I need to give the boys Ride or Die. I need to give them Ride or Die. My favorite title track from them is Tattoo. Does that count? It's Tattoo, girl. My favorite B-side from them thus far is... that is so hard to choose. Merry Bad Ending, maybe? Since that's the one that comes to mind immediately. I'll just go with Merry Bad Ending. TO1, I'm eyeing. I've enjoyed what I've seen from them so far, and I'm going to continue to look at more from them. Favorite song I've heard is Surf, and I assume that's a B-side, so... The favorite title track, the title track that I've liked the most from them is probably Magnolia, actually. Just for that bridge. Bro, ever since I reacted to them, that's the one that I've been listening to the most. That bridge. Treasure, I'm also eyeing. I don't know too much about the members. I don't know too much about their story, but I've enjoyed pretty much everything they've put out thus far. My favorite song from them is actually that pre-debut song, Crazy Love. Yeah, no, man, it does not get better than that for me, for Treasure. I don't know what it is about that song, but that song is like ambrosia to my ear. That's one of my favorite K-pop songs, and it's so cute. I love it so much. I've never heard any of their B-sides up to this point, so that's why they're also still on I'm eyeing, because I need to get more into that. Tomorrow by Together. I'm gonna go with Casual Stand because I haven't gone through a lot of their B-sides as well. Once again, with the HYBE groups, I really enjoy the members and whatnot, but their music tends to have to grow on me. Though I've been really enjoying TXT's musical direction ever since Love Song. Wow, they've blown me away ever since Love Song, so... Who knows? Bumgyu is most likely going to be my bias. But Subin is trying to bias wreck, though. Who knows? I don't recognize this. Very soulmates. I don't know what to say. Bro, look at my channel. The receipts are literally on my channel. You've literally been able to be privy to this process of me alting very ever since my favorite title track from them is Trigger, I think. My favorite title track from them is Trigger. My favorite B-side from them thus far, it's probably Coming Over. My bias, I have a dual bias, Baehyun, Donghyun and Hoyeon. My bias record is Gaehyun. Really, they're all bias records though. But yes, VICTON. Casual Stan. I really like VICTON's sound and a lot of what I've seen from them. I just haven't seen a lot from them. So I'm gonna move them to I'm eyeing, because I actually don't even know if I've seen all of their title tracks. So Yes, but I really like their vibe. VIXX. My favorite title track from VIXX is Scentist. I think it's Scentist. Do I want to say it's Scentist or do I want to say... No, but no, you see, this is difficult. Do I want to say it's Scentist or do I want to say it's Dynamite? Do I want to say it's Closer? Girl, maybe I'll even like go nuts and say it's Voodoo Doll. Bro, my favorite title track from VIXX is I'm gonna go with Scentist. My favorite B-side from them is it's either Odd Sense or Into the Void. Yeah, it's either Odd Sense or Into the Void because I really, really love those songs. VIXX, old group. Watched their variety show, watched everything, seen everything, know pretty much everything.
I forget to say it, but my bias is N and my bias wreckers are Ken and Hyuk, but really all of them are bias wreckers.
ONEUS. I didn't have much of an opinion on ONEUS while they were active. I listened to all their titles. I don't think I've heard a lot of their B-sides. But, yeah, I wasn't... ONEUS was in the time where I was just like a contemporary group. I don't know. Way? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I forgot how to say that again. I know of them. I don't know much about them. Winner is gonna go up here, and this is the standard. Yeah, no, I really like them. I think my bias is Janu.
Oh my gosh, y'all, I get so bad at this. I gravitate towards Winners B-sides more than I do their title tracks, but my favorite title track of theirs is Really Really, and my favorite B-sides, it's kind of a toss-up between Dress Up and Don't Be Shy, but go. If you haven't heard those, go listen to them. Just do it. I'll wait.
X1. They only have one song, and I really like that song, but it's only one song. I don't know what this logo is. EPEX, I know of them. Just Be, I honestly want to put Just Be up in Soulmates. I really do. I don't know what it is about this group, but it's too early. I need them to be around for at least 2 years, and then I can claim them as a soulmate group. My favorite title track from them thus far is Damage. That debut just has me in a stronghold. My favorite B-side from them at this point in time is either Make It New or Vindicated. Maybe Vindicated, actually. Who knows? But I also really like Make It New. Omega X. I'm eyeing.
Oh my goodness, y'all. At this point, you could just expect these cut-ins. My favorite title track by OX is Love Me Like, and I've only heard their first mini-album. I've yet to hear any of their other like full album projects, but my favorite B-side for them thus far is Younger.
I need to get more into them. Tempest. I'm also eyeing.
I only say I'm eyeing Tempest because I literally know nothing about the members. Musically, I like them a lot more than I'm eyeing them, but until I like really learn the members, I can't really like, I don't know, I don't really feel comfortable claiming that I fully stand them yet. But yeah. Between their two title tracks, I think I like their most recent one, Can't Stop Shining, more, and I think my favorite B-side from them thus far is probably Bad at Love.
I will be getting more into both Omega X and Tempest very soon. I actually have a plan for them. Xdinary Hereos. I know of them. I haven't seen or heard anything from them just yet. JWeaver, eyeing. J Weaver. I assume that's what it is. I'm eyeing. That song, that title track that they have is actually very, very good and kind of underrated, to be perfectly honest. John, I also want to give soulmates, but just be, I need them to make it to at least 2 years first, and then I will claim them as soulmates. As a matter of fact, for Ton, I might shorten it. If they can make it to a year, I'm gonna claim them as soulmates. Oh my goodness. Everyone in that group is a bias worker.
I'm not claiming a bias for Tan just yet, but my favorite title track from them is Doo Doo Doo, and my favorite B-side is Midnight.
Unite, I'm eyeing. I like Aviator, but my favorite song from them is Everybody. NINE.i, also eyeing. I think their title track so far is my favorite, actually. Yeah, no, I think Parallel Universe is my favorite from them still. DX, I'm eyeing. My favorite song from them so far is 180 Seconds. And yeah, dang, I really did not mean for this to take almost 2 hours, but we did it. Yo, I don't even know how to edit this, but you guys, without further ado, that's gonna be it. This is my comprehensive, well, not comprehensive, because there's a lot of groups that aren't on this list, actually. There's so many third gen groups that are not on this list, and which makes sense, I guess, because third gen was really like a huge burst of just group after group after group, but like, there's a lot of groups not on this list, but this list is actually pretty comprehensive as far as like groups that I feel like a lot of, like, or at least kind of commonly known in K-pop standom. But yeah, no, this bothers me. What? Whose logo is that? I don't know that logo either. Anyways, if you made this far, you are a trooper. You a real one. Like, comment, subscribe, so choose. Let me know what you thought down below. I will do one for girl groups as well. Just, I don't know when I'll get to it, but I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, let me know your ranking, tier list, thoughts, whatnot. Yeah, and then I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Okay, y'all, editing TK coming in for one more final round. I realize I never said what my favorite title track and B-side from ENHYPEN was, so I'll just do that now. Give and Taken is my favorite title track. My favorite B-side as of today is Upper Side Dreaming, and yes, but I also wanted to come and explain myself a bit more about the HYBE boy groups, because I feel like I didn't do the best job of explaining why some of their music tends to not be for me, and it's nothing to do with the members or the boys or even the instrumentals. Some of the times I Big Hit / HYBE has this thing that they do with vocal processing, specifically for their boy groups, that kind of drives me insane. So ever since BTS debuted, it's always been something that's kind of been present in some of their B-sides, and I understand that it's a stylistic choice, and I don't think it sounds bad per se. It's just something that grates on me personally, so that's really why I have a hard time connecting to a lot of their songs. But it's actually something that I'm finding that I'm minding less and less as I get to know the groups more. So it may just be a thing where I'll have to really just listen to it and let myself just I don't know, enjoy it or whatever. And it's not a problem with all their songs, mind you, but it is a problem with enough that I notice. So, yeah. But that's it.